In this video, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you a really cool way of taking the internal embedded style sheet that we've created using the page properties which has generated automatically for us. We're going to convert that style sheet into an external style sheet, so we can then create an external style which can be linked to multiple pages and used over again and again and again. If we make any changes to that single style sheet, it will then take effect and cascade to the relevant other web pages. First of all, if we go back to our code view, we can have a look at the style that we created as seen in previous tutorials. So there's my style sheet, and it continues. So we specify basically a style of a font family style of Times New Roman and Times Serif. If we go to design, we can see some of those changes. However, a problem associated with this is because we're using a pre-built template inside Dreamweaver, which Dreamweaver has provided for us, it automatically comes with an external style sheet. And what we need to do is we need to remove this external style sheet because we're going to create our own. So what I want you to do is go into the directory where you save this file document, and what I did, I've saved this to the local site folder from my previous tutorials. And what I want you to do is browse for wherever you saved your file, and you should see something called mm_health new tr, which is nutrition, short for nutrition. And what I want you to do is go ahead, select that and delete, and go ahead and say yes, and you can see the changes to our web page. So basically it's gone ahead and concluded those changes of changing everything to Times New Roman, changing the text size to 12, and changing that to black, the color of the text to black. And what I now want you to do is go ahead and open up your doc, and in your CSS palette, what I want you to do is select all, and if you have the old CSS style sheet lingering around, just select that and press delete. So we've got rid of that. Okay, what I now want you to do is select all of these rules that govern this. So basically these are all our rules for these CSS style sheets. So we've got the body, we've got the color, and we can see the properties for each rule at the bottom here. So the link color, and visited, which was none, and the hover and the active color as well. And what I want you to do is select, hold down shift and select all of these, right click or control click and go to move CSS rules, and you'll be selected with this new dialog box. What you now need to do is we can add these set of rules to an existing style sheet if we have an existing style sheet, or in our case we want to create a new style sheet. So I want you to go ahead and select add new style sheet, and I want you to go ahead and select OK. And now it's opened up a directory, so you basically browse for a directory wherever you want to save this, and I'm going to just go ahead and save this already. It's already opened up for my site root folder, and I'm going to just say styles and go ahead and click save. And now you can see that's actually gone through, everything's worked, but visually you will not see any changes. Dreamweaver automatically opens up the styles.css file over here. You can see it's open up in a new tab, and what we can do is if we switch to code view, if we look up, before we basically had the styles, which was a cascading style sheet, and we had the whole long list of code, all the changes that we made, or rather Dreamweaver made for us. And however in this one it's now changed. All we have is a link. We've got a link to that style sheet, so we've got the link href, which is a linking tag, styles.css, which is what we named it as. So basically we've just got that link which is linked to our style sheet. Now if we look at our style sheet, we can see it's basically just a simple list of code, how I explained in my previous tutorials, that Dreamweaver has created for us. So it's basically the font family, and it's got the styles, it's got the font family, the color, the links, the underline, the hover over, and the active links. That's brilliant. So there we have it. Dreamweaver's basically created that for us. If we have a look at quickly in our Dreamweaver folder, in our local site root folder, wherever you've saved that CSS file, you can have a look at the styles style sheet that's been loaded up inside there named styles.